Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. God damn it, Robin Williams! Why do you keep showing up here? Don't you know I'm running out of jokes? I mean, how many times can I say the same thing? You look like you're searching for an Oscar. We know you can act, so why don't you pick movies that let you? Your improvs are funny, but not needed in every single movie you do. And what's this? A movie where he plays a 10-year-old trapped in a man's body? Oh, sheesh, I'm running out of stuff, guys. I mean, what can I say about a bad Robin Williams movie that I can't say about all the other bad Robin Williams movies? I mean, who am I supposed to make fun of? The director? Hello, new target practice. Yeah, that's right. One of the most influential directors of all time, Francis Ford Coppola, directed this. Can you believe it? It doesn't even sound real. Francis Ford Coppola, the director of The Godfather, directed a movie where Robin Williams is a 10-year-old in a man's body. Unless this is some sort of symbolic biography, this is obviously going to fail. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. It's like Alfred Hitchcock directing Rainbow Bright, or Stanley Kubrick directing Happy Gilmore, or Martin Scorsese directing Hugo. Okay, that was awesome. But you get the idea. You never would have guessed this guy would do anything like this in a million years. You broke my heart, Ford! You broke my heart! So, let's not waste any time. Let's take a look at Francis Ford Coppola's Jack.
I believe in America.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, Wacky Halloween Party! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! So we see an expecting mother, played by Diane Lane, dressed up as Helena Bonham Carter, I think. And it turns out her baby is coming out much earlier than expected. Several months earlier, actually.
Too early for contractions.
Doc, what's going on?
It's really important that you relax and
She's fully dilated.
It's gonna be all right.
Too soon. One more time.
One more deep breath. One more deep breath.
We will bring this forced comedic plot point into the world! So they try to figure out what made him come out so fast, and it turns out he has a hyper-rare condition most likely caused by bad screenwriting.
Jack's cells are replicating at an unheard-of rate.
Is he gonna age like this the rest of his life?
At age 1, your son may be physically around age 4. And if this continues throughout his life, by the time he reaches age 10, well, he could
Appear to be an ordinary, full-grown, 40-year-old man.
God, this explains Carlos Mencia so well. Cut to a mere 10 years later. Yeah, because I'm sure nothing interesting happened in that amount of time. No reporters, no news stories, no TMZ stalkers. Where we see Jack is now 10, but looks like he's about 40. So he stays at home being taught by his teacher, Bill Cosby, who thinks it's time for him to start going to public school.
I don't think he can fit in. I wish he could.
But nobody said it would be easy.
I appreciate what you're trying to do. But Brian and I, we've seen how people react. We've been through this before. I just don't want Jack to have to face that.
We don't want to ruin his world of posing for posters and emotional TV ads. I know the Oscar crowd is too smart for this manipulation, but we can still try for an Emmy. We can still try for an Emmy! As the parents think about whether or not he should go to public school, Jack seems to be having a bad dream.
You okay, honey? Something wrong?
Oh, I'm okay. Just can't sleep. I had a scary dream. Can I sleep in here?
Yeah, of course, buddy.
Okay, now here's the major problem with the movie. Jack is not being played like a 10-year-old. He's being played like a kindergartner. And there's a huge difference. Really think back to that age. Did most 10-year-old boys sleep with a doll or wear silly pajamas? Or sleep in an adult's bed because they had a bad dream? I mean, look at the other 10-year-olds in this movie. Would you imagine any of these kids sleeping in the bed with an adult? Most stories I hear about 10-year-olds usually sleeping in adults' beds end up in incarceration.
It's the rest of the world I'm worried about.
Another good example is when the parents decide that he should start public school. Look at this introduction.
How would you like to see your classroom? Yes?
Yes.
A little louder.
Yes.
A little louder, Jack.
Okay, maybe the kid with severe Tourette's syndrome would respond that way, but this is not the normal response for a 10-year-old. Could you imagine Harry Potter reacting this way at age 10?
Mr. Potter.
Yes! But things are looking up when he discovers that his teacher is Jennifer Lopez. Actually, I imagine a lot of things would be going up as soon as he discovered that.
All right, I know some of you must be curious about Jack, so why don't we just take some time right now and ask him some of the questions that you've got on your minds? Come on, since when is this group shy? All right, fine, I've got plenty of questions. Oh, what kind of foods do you just hate?
Broccoli.
Broccoli,
Makes you
yeah.
fart.
Don't you love the kid's reaction to that?
Broccoli.
Broccoli,
Makes you
yeah.
fart.
I do not approve of this broccoli line. We are here to learn.
Why don't you go sit down and we'll get started, okay?
We see him break his desk, haha, bet you didn't see that one coming, As his mother looks over old pictures of him while blowing bubbles?
Fucking bubbles!
Does she always do this when she's nostalgic, or is she just high as a kite? I guess I would be too if my 10-year-old son was a middle-aged Robin Williams. Whenever I look over photos, I like to view them with confetti. Whimsy! Things don't go much better when he's approached by Peppermint Patty and Marcy here.
You can't be 10 if you shave and you have hairy arms and you're tall, really tall, and you're bigger.
I'm not a freak. You're a freak, Four Eyes.
He's 10. A whole 2 years older than us. See? Oh, sure. Like that explains it. Please. You kind of like Chuck, don't you, sir?
Quit calling me sir. Hey, how about a little help?
Really hammering in the subtlety there with the violin, aren't you, Coppola? Let me guess, we're supposed to feel sad? Hey, don't worry, if you didn't get it before, there's a Randy Newman song to explain it.
Sadness, it makes you feel bad. But at least both your parents weren't eaten alive by a rhino. That'd be funny.
Wait! I'm not touching that thing. It's been contaminated now that he's touched it.
Yeah, I ain't touching it.
Oh, 5 weeks! Goodies!
Cooties? Really? At age 10? You know, I think it's common knowledge that cooties are generally extracted after the age of 7. Everybody knows this. But the next day, they do find a way to use Jack to their advantage when the bullies come along.
Ah! Hey, Lewis, you Lewiser. It's a 10.
Well, we got the new kid. What are you, crazy?
Take it on the course. I could whoop your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a high fist, or whatever we were trying to do there. They pick him for the game, and of course he does incredibly well.
Unstoppable!
Yeah, do the Pee-wee seizure dance. Remember doing that when you were young?
I have a condition!
On top of that, some of the kids figure out they can use him to pose as the principal to get out of trouble with their parents. Or easier yet, Fran Drescher.
Oh, sweetie, the beef and brew only gave me 10 minutes off.
The hell does she have on? I'm sorry, who's the 10-year-old in the 40-year-old body?
So tell me, what happened to Principal McGee? I just talked to him on the phone.
As usual, Fran Drescher's voice sounds like a series of barn animals having asthma while smoking a box of menthols.
Really?
Rolling.
A roll?
Really?
Rolling along.
Really, really rolling along.
Wow.
What was that? Christopher Walken eating a cat?
Wow.
Wow! So Jack is happy that he calls his dad at work and lets him know about his great day.
Phone call for you, Brian.
Yeah, just okay.
What the hell does this guy do for a living? You'd think somehow this occupation would have worked its way earlier into the film.
I have to play basketball today. They picked me.
Okay, slow down, buddy, slow down.
Louis has dirty magazines under his bed. What are dirty magazines? I got to be...
Really? She's smiling at the fact that he wants dirty magazines? Oh, who am I kidding? The father's probably shooting a dirty magazine right now! It's probably for a section called The Farmer in Adele.
Miss Marquez ate one of my red gummy bears. She said, way to go. You know, but not because of the red gummy bears, because of the way I play basketball.
Listen, son, I love to talk, but I got sluts on a carrot, whores on vegetables. This opportunity may strike that will not come again. I gotta be selfish sometimes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, listen, Dad, don't hug me anymore in front of the guys, okay? Yeah, you know, it's like you know, it's weird.
Not like pulling your shirt over your head while talking on the phone. That's cool.
Shooting an ad layout. Carrots. For the carrot board. Just giant carrots, yeah.
Oh, so it's an ad for carrots, huh? Yeah. I don't think carrots have this kind of marketing budget. Or at the very least, Playboy-style models. I mean, does advertising really go this slutty for something so mundane? I don't know. You tell me. Well, that last one was a little slutty. Okay, who cares? Back to the review. Jack gets invited to a sleepover with a bunch of the boys in a treehouse. Stuff knocked over.
So you bought that magazine?
Yeah.
What about Hustler? You get Hustler?
If you want it.
Cool.
Hey, check out this one. 4 whores on a carrot.
Swank?
That and, you know, all the grown-up stuff that only grown-ups can read.
So Jack is now the official porn boy, off to get naked pictures free for all the young kids to see. It's like an early version of the internet.
Check this out. Excuse me.
Think our moms look like that?
I did not just hear that.
Hey, Jack. You ever get a boner?
I did not just hear that! Okay, for Coppola, quick lesson on boys.